Okay, let's take some time and look at some miscellaneous topics, just because they can kind of fit anywhere. No rhyme or reason, just is. Let's start off by looking at the find feature. If you're ever searching for something and you have no idea where it is, you can use the find feature. It's very easy to use and very straightforward. Let's say in this case, we're looking for a particular country. For example, let's say Japan. What we can do is from our Home tab, go up and click where it says Find and choose Find again. This little dialog box will pop up. And now if you happen to be familiar with it from Word, all you have to do is type in the word you're looking for. In this case, we'll type in the country of Japan. And then if we want to do more options, we can click that. And then the interesting part is right here where it says within, we can choose to search within the sheet or the workbook itself. In this case, we'll leave it simple. We click on Find Next, and right there it is. That's how easy the find is. Moving on, let's take a look at the Fill series. The Fill series will allow you to replicate or repeat patterns when Excel detects it. There are two primary ways you can use it. One is with formulas. The other one is with some supplied text, and we'll see that here in a couple seconds to clarify it. Arguably, the most common usage of the Fill series will be when you want to duplicate your formulas. So for instance, if we do some addition here, and we need to replicate that formula, we can get our fill handle, drag down, and our legwork is done. The other way to use the Fill series is you can leverage Excel when it detects a pattern. For example, here we have a month. What we can do is use the Fill series, drag down, and it will fill in our months for us. We can do the same thing with dates. If we provide Excel a date, drag down, it'll fill in our dates for us. Last is creating a number sequence. Now this can be a little confusing, but it's not that bad. You'll notice that when we drag down the numbers, Excel wants to repeat it. But we can fix that by clicking right here and then choosing Fill Series, and then Excel will count out our values for us. And right there's your Fill Series. Next, let's take a look at Paste Special. Think of the Paste Special as being a twist on a paste. The Paste Special gives you different options that you can play with. The reason you might want to use a Paste Special is because sometimes a standard copy and paste just will not cut it. Let's see an example. Let's say we have these totals here, and what we want to do is use the results of these formulas somewhere else. The problem is if we do a copy and then a paste, we get a bunch of zeros because Excel is copying down the formulas when in reality we don't want that. In this case, we want just the numbers. What we can do is use a Paste Special to get us our numbers. The way it works is this. We'll select our cells, then copy them, then go up and click where it says Paste, Paste Special. Then we want to look for where it says Paste Values. Click that, choose OK. Now Excel has pasted the results of those formulas, so it's just a standard number. From this point, we can do as we wish with those numbers, and that'll do it for the Paste Special. Next up is Excel's Go To feature. And in case you haven't figured it out, it will allow you to go to wherever you wish. There are two ways you can use this. First is by going to a particular cell, which is pretty easy. And the second is a little more practical. We'll start off by looking at the standard Go To command, which is we could either A, click up here and choose Go To, or press the F5 key. Either one will work. And by standard Go To, we mean you could click right here where it says Reference and then type in the cell that you want to go to. That said, the more practical way people use it is to click on the Special button. And then the two most common choices people use is to either go to the formulas or go to the blanks. In this case, let's see the formulas. We'll click the button right here and choose OK. And now Excel will show us where our formulas are. Conversely, if we would have any blank cells in our range, Excel will highlight them as well. Next, we'll take a look at data validation. Data validation allows you to control what people enter into a cell. And in this section, we'll take a look at the two most common ways people use it. First, by creating a drop-down list, and second, by controlling the numbers that get entered into a cell. So before we start, please recognize this list was typed prior to recording a session just to make the demonstration easier. So if we want to create a drop-down list, what we can do is click right here, then go up and click on Data, Data Validation, and then where it says Settings, if we click the drop-down list, we can see the choices we can work with. In this case, we'll go with List. We'll click down here where it says Source, and we will select our list. Now, normally, we can click OK if we wanted to, but in this instance, let's go over to where it says Error Alert. What we can do with the Error Alert is put in a custom message just in the event that somebody tries to break our rules. So in this case, let's say they try to type in a country that does not exist on our list. What we can do is click right here where it says title and type out the title to the message. Then we can type our error message and we can make that be whatever we want. In this case, let's have some fun with it. Click OK. And then we can drag our list down. From here, if we click on a cell, you can see the list appear. We can make our choice accordingly. By chance, we type a country that does not exist. You'll see that Excel will get very angry and come back and yell at us. For the second example, let's say we want to enter our price amounts, and we know that everything that we charge is anything between $5 and $100. So what we can do is select our range, then choose data validation. Where it says settings, click the drop arrow and choose decimal. And here we can set everything to be between our minimum and maximum price. Click OK. And now the only numbers that Excel will enter is between that price range. Nothing lower, nothing higher. And to wrap this segment up, sometimes you want to remove all the data validation, and that can be a little tricky. The way we can do that is to leverage something that we learned a little bit earlier, which is that Go To feature. So if we go up here and click on Go To Special, we'll see an option for data validation. If we choose that, that will highlight all the cells that have data validation in it. We can then go up and click on data validation, choose clear all, click OK, and our data validation has been removed. And that'll do it for this segment. We'll see you in the next one.